It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He's been a quarterback's best friend, nearing 1,300 yards receiving on the year. It's the Ravens and the Commanders on Sunday Night Primetime.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game.
Looking to throw right away is Watson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Watson. Over the middle into the hands of Woods. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. And his throw is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game, as we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys are saying that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Mahomes. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They run once more with Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor, career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And Woods has it complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The numbers for Woods last week, 6 catches, 71 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Watson now to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. There's Chris Olave. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sebastian Joseph Day in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Watson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now it's Watson.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Mahomes going to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
A first down carry by Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Out of the gun, Watson. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now Watson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Daron Payne. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing is Mahomes on third.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a give to Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Chris Olave
with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think this...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles. And it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too. because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Watson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watson.
And this one too low.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Watson eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And taken right on the 30. Able to slither by.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Washington offense heading out. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes gets by him at the 25, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. The give to Taylor.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for a running back throughout the season.
Shows the off-season training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Five yards remain on 2nd down. takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Patrick Mahomes keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half.
And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Washington, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year.